Welcome to the Weeb Lounge, and yes, it's going to be another isekai anime, another alternate world anime. Season 1 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That doesn't sound terribly good for the guy, I think. All right, now if you're going to get reincarnated and sent to another world, I don't think a slime would be your ideal host, right? You want to be reincarnated as like a big, like a giant orc, a magic user, a demon lord, or something like that. No, he's a slime. Like in typical JRPG fashion, the slime is like the weakest thing there is. A swift boot to the round part. It's all round. Yeah, you just kick it like barely, hardly at all. They fall over dead and they're done, right? That's how it is in all the old games. Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest. It's any JRPG. It's all the way back to the NES days, Famicom days. Yeah, but there's a little bit of a twist with this one. Okay, we have Satoru Mikami. Okay, this guy on Earth, he's like a mid-30s office worker kind of guy or whatever, and he's minding his own business one day, and he notices like somebody is kind of, charging somebody with a knife, charging his friend with a knife, just going to stab her. And he jumps in the way. Noble sacrifice, right? Of course, he's dead. But that noble sacrifice, or maybe something else to it or whatever, got him the ability to reincarnate. But he's starting off as a slime. The thing is, the slime that he's reincarnated as, he can't really see, can't really hear, can't really do much of anything because, hey, slime, right? But he's in this cave that has like this ridiculous number of mana crystals floating around, okay? And he just kind of feels his way around exploring stuff, and he's consuming all these mana crystals, right? Building up his mana, building up his mana. What it ends up doing is increasing his power a lot, until this slime, it's not like a newbie area beginner zone monster. It is end game, end all, be all death, okay? That's how powerful this guy gets over time. He ends up fighting other little monsters, and if he consumes a monster, he can get their abilities along with, you can turn into their form and such, and He does this for, I guess, quite a while, just kind of building up. It's not like he did it instantaneously, but he builds up. But the thing is, in this cave, there is a dragon. A big old dragon. That dragon is Veldora Tempest. Well, apparently this dragon did some bad things or something in the past. He got sealed, and now he's trapped inside this cave, sealed away. Well, this dragon is really freaking powerful, okay? Really powerful. Stupid powerful. But the dragon also gives the slime a new name. Rimuru. Rimuru Tempest. And it ends up being like this kind of odd friendship. The little tiny old slime that's getting really powerful, and this dragon that's sealed away. And basically what ends up happening, Rimuru is finally like, okay, well, gotta get out of this cave. And yeah, gotta go. Can't stay in the cave forever. Gotta go explore, gotta do stuff. But he ends up like absorbing the dragon first while he's in the cave, right? He doesn't consume it. He absorbs it, almost like it's in storage. It's like he has like unlimited storage. Think of like the infinite packs, or like a fanny pack that has unlimited, boxes of space in video games or something stupid. It's infinite, so he can consume this big old dragon, just kind of keep him in storage for a while until he can figure out how to break him free or whatever it is. So he ate a dragon, kind of. Oh god. He goes out into the world, and at this point he's just exploring, building, going to figure out what he does, right? And as he's going along, he runs into goblins, he runs into orcs, he runs into wolves. He runs into these goblins, and these are all just weak, low-class goblins. They can't defend themselves from a wolf for nothing. So these wolves attack, right? Big old dire wolves. Dire wolves are nothing to mess with. Well, what Rimuru does is defeats the big bad wolves leader, the alpha, and ends up becoming the wolves boss. And then ends up taking over the goblin hut community thing that has run down all to hell. Okay, well, his little empire is kind of starting out here, but what does he do from there? Okay, well, he ends up starting to name these monsters. You know, he asks what their name is. I was like, oh, we don't have a name. Well, it turns out that if you name an unnamed monster and you have the mana to do it, which Rimuru is pretty well off when it comes in terms of mana, that it upgrades whatever that is. So the goblin becomes a hobgoblin. The dire wolves become like super dire wolves, or regular wolves become dire wolves. Dire wolves become something better than a dire wolf. I don't know what that is. I mean, dire wolves are pretty damn nasty. But what ends up happening is you have these goblins that become basically hobgoblins. They're all upgraded now. They're actually, you know, strong, fierce warriors, and you know, increased intelligence and all this stuff. So now all of a sudden he's got like a really good workforce / fighting force right in front of him. And now you have these dire wolves or whatever that will obey his every command. And you have Ranga, who one of the wolves that he named, and also happens to be the son of the wolf that he killed. You think Ron could be pissed at him, but that's not how wolves work. You know, Ranga's dad was the alpha. Rimuru killed the alpha. Rimuru takes his place. Ranga owes his loyalty to Rimuru. That's just how it works. And, you know, it's not like Rimuru was happy about it. You know, he's sad he killed the dog's dad and everything. But yeah, they're like best buds, best whatever now. You know, it's, everywhere Rimuru goes, Ranga's pretty much there with them. And whether they go to the city where Rimuru had to teach a class and save some kids by installing spirits in them and stuff. But that's a Shizuru angle. So let's get Shizure. Shizue. I just call her Shizu. Shizu Izawa. This is another girl that is actually brought from the human world, a Japanese girl. But this kind of tells you how time is not really important in this or whatever. Rimuru, when he was brought over, it was modern day Japan. Right here, right now. When Shizu was brought over, it was actually during World War II, some of the bombings that were going on in one of the cities. She was caught up in fire or whatever and happened to be summoned right at that time. Well, when she got summoned over, she also had the spirit Ifrit kind of, here, this is in your body now. You can use fire and burn things. Yeah, it's a lot of magic users need like a spirit of something to help control them so it doesn't overflow and die. They don't overflow and die. I still don't get that one. It's like, okay, you got mana, you need a control mechanism. Here's a fairy, stick it in your soul. Fixed. Okay, that's a good summation of it. So Shizu ends up finding out who Rimuru is, and they kind of was like, okay, we know what the deal is and everything, but Shizu's on borrowed time. Okay, she can only last so long with Ifrit in her body. Ifrit's keeping her alive, but it's also consuming her, and it's a double-edged sword because if you remove Ifrit, she's going to die anyways. But I guess she can die in peace at least. But basically, that whole little bit of story ends up being, you know, bittersweet, right? You know, they save her from Ifrit, but she's going to pass away anyways. So, as a final request, along with going to the school and teaching those students, they were Shizus, saving them, which he does. Okay, nice little story part there. He, at her request, ends up absorbing her. Okay, so Rimuru now has all her memories, all what her abilities would be. Well, without Ifrit, it really ain't all that much. But now he can finally take human form because he finally absorbed something human. So now he can be the guy with the scarf and the coat and stuff. You know, he can do that now, which is kind of cool. The weird thing is you know, it's a slime, right? And everything's always ambiguous with this character. Okay, I'm going to get a little weird. Rimuru has no sexual organs at all. I'm sure being a slime and tentacle porn being a thing, I'm sure they could figure something out. We'll leave that for some other series or a doujinshi artist. That don't belong in this series, but you get where I'm getting. It's a very ambiguous character. It was a guy in modern Japan. What is it now? I'm going to still say it's a guy. I mean, You know, the guy there, you come over here, you got all your memories, you know your stuff, you're still kind of a guy, you talk like a guy. It don't matter, it really don't. Okay. Now there's a ton of characters in this and a ton of different angles, like the whole like Orc King thing and the lizard guys and Gabi, oh my god, that lizard guy. That is like the most annoying lizard guy character you ever. Gabi is like the lizard guy thinks he's king shit. He has these three guys that always are like, oh awesome, yay, kakui, you know, it's something like whatever the heck it is. Just Three Stooges where it's like Attitude Era Vince McMahon with the Stooges behind him doing it. It really is close to that. It really is. Nobody knows what the heck they're doing. They're all kind of dumb, but the Gabi has a couple of redeeming moments. You guys can just watch that. That's fine. Last character I'm going to go over is one of the Demon Lords. That's Milium. I can never pronounce half of these things, especially the Isekai anime. I mean, why can't it just be, you know, Rem and Ram? I mean, I can pronounce those just fine. It has to be Milium. Oh, this girl. Okay. She's one of the Demon Lords, but she's also dumb as hell. Okay? She is actually more powerful than Rimuru, apparently by a significant margin. Okay? So, Rimuru could hold his own for a while, but it won't last at this point. So, Milium, oh God, I'm going to just stumble over that the whole damn time. Rimuru has to kind of just use words and kind of fake Milium out, and, you know, thankfully for him, she is really susceptible to suggestion. You can use wordplay on her so easy, just suggestive stuff. You can get her to do whatever, and you know. And they end up becoming friends. She keeps referring to Rimuru as her bestie. And it's a really weird relationship. She wants to go with and do everything with Rimuru, you know, probably like marry him or something too. Who knows? I mean, I bet you. But it's just like, you know, we're best friends now. We're inseparable. Yay, Demon Lords and slimes. You got to watch it. I actually like the character. I mean, she's like a rough, goofy character or whatever. Kind of sexy. I mean, she's basically walking around in a bathing suit with armor pads. I mean, you know, JRPG female armor, right? You know, it's really powerful, okay? You can see nothing but skin, but it's like the most powerful set of armor there is. We know how that works. Oh man, but you know, there's so much more of this anime. You have season 2 coming out in early 2021. The light novels go on for quite a long time. There's a lot more to this. If you've only seen season 1 and you're dying for season 2, it's not going to end with just season 2. You know, everything's going to go beyond that, because even if you do another 26 episodes, it has to go further. It has to go further. There's plenty of content. Even if they don't animate it, there's more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. I mean, just look up a wiki. Just look up a wiki. There's a ridiculous amount of characters. I looked it up and I was like, wow, I know none of this. Yep. So I'm off to go read the novels if they have them in English. And with that, like, subscribe, hit your notification button. I will be back again with another video. And I keep thinking of the one that I have coming up. I don't know if I should do it, but I'm going to. I'll see you then.